Hi, guys. How's it going? This is the last one of these we'll ever do.
Yeah.
Seems like only yesterday I was saying all that stuff, sitting in this chair that I can't remember now because it's been so long ago.
Mm-hmm. Talked about the initial budget in that chair.
Time to bring that up. Yeah. It's just this one and it's like, Tonight, we are going to have a bonfire down at the beach to celebrate the completion of Broken Age. Everybody. Yay! He's like, started out like a really fun idea, and then it got really hard. And a bunch of people left out, but a lot of people stuck around to the end. Thank you. Thank you, the whole team. And thank you, everybody. We're done. Like, we went to the beach. We had that party. Things got a little out of control. And it's fun. It's fun because it's like not fixing things right up to the last minute. We kind of had it done in advance a little bit, at least for me and us. Like it was wrapped and submitted. Like we had to submit for the disc version, and that kind of actually, it was tough, but it forced us to have a lot of stuff done before the actual launch date because we had to have that version burnt to disc. And so we had time to kind of like adjust to the thought of it being over. So Red's done and it's awesome. The end.
It's done? Oh my God. That's kind of sad. We sent review keys out to press for Broken Age. So there's already like 10 or so folks that are playing for review. But the amount of time that it's taken and the amount of things that have happened in the last 3 years is staggering. And it was nice to see everyone care enough to push for a final product that would be something we're proud of.
So yeah, it just, it kind of all came together at the end. So I feel good right now.
You feel good about it?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful and something that we should be proud of. And I think people are gonna really like it.
Yes, we're finished. See, I knew it would happen. And after 13, 14 years here, you know stuff's gonna get done and it'll be great in the end. It'll be all worth it.
Rusty.
I'm playing through and fixing bugs.
Well, thanks for playing.
Mostly playing.
Awesome. What do you think so far?
I got confused, actually, as much as I played through. I was...
Not good.
It's not a scripted cutscene, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Did you figure it out or did you ask for him?
I had to ask Ray.
Oh. And also, look, it's running on iPhone 6. Thanks.
Not anymore.
Look at that, but it's a black screen. Oliver.
There you go.
Oh, spoilers for Act 2. Okay. Anyway, it's running.
But yeah, as you can see, the game is running a lot of things. This has just crashed, but it does work. I'm extremely proud of, the product the way it is right now. And yeah, I hope it will stand the test of time.
And then we are on the street on April 28th. It'll be awesome. And Anna's alive. Look at that, everybody. Yay, Anna's alive. Yay.
It feels good. It feels like we did something good and worthwhile, and something that hopefully will, have a future, like have a legacy of some kind.
I really felt good about the second chapter. I feel like it answered anyone's critique about the first one, without changing the game completely. I think it definitely was, harder and longer and amazingly done in less time. So.
I did my first full playthrough last weekend, and it is a hard game. It's really challenging, and it's really well done, and it's engaging. Like, I've worked on this thing for years, and I still, like, the story was still getting me. It's pretty good. And when I hit the final scene, like, man, dude, it's cinematic. It's like, it hits you, definitely. So that felt good. I just had to have a moment to start loving it again. I mean, like I had this point in here where like the love I have for this just kind of got knocked out for a few days. And that was really scary. That was really scary. And it was hard.
Want to go to our last stand-ups? It is last stand-ups. I believe it is. Hello, everybody. Oh, look at the big. Did we not get bagel for the final stand-ups?
I didn't try.
Come on, it's the last one, Rick. Get your ass off bagel. I brought this for emotional support. In case I get emotional.
Just keep hugging it.
I'm not going to get emotional.
Squeezing
Just
it,
kidding.
hugging
I
it.
doubt it. I doubt it. We're not done. Are we? We done?
This is the last stand-up.
You playing right now? This game is so addictive. Cannot put it down for 1 second. This is our last proper stand-ups for the full team. But don't worry, I won't give a speech or anything. And then you always have this post-project depression, which is like you've defined yourself by who you are by making this game for so long, and then it's over, and you're like, who am I? Am I not the person who makes Broken Age? What am I? What's the point of it all?
Before, when we were just doing like a big game, it would ship, and then the whole studio didn't have anything to do for a while, and you could kind of feel that in the air, and it was kind of a downer. And because there's multiple projects now, we can all just jump onto things, and that helps you, I think, helps me get out of that. And so that's why there was a need on Day of the Tentacle. So now I'm onto that. I hear it's really bad for people who are leading the project. But Tim he doesn't show it. He's pretty good with hiding, I think, his sadness. But he's just sad all the time. No. But I'm sure it will hit him, because this is 3 years put into this.
No, I don't get depressed. Too old to get depressed.
Don't you have any sympathy for all the people that have been insisting the game will never finish?
I do feel bad for all the people who have based their identity on the fact that I'll never finish this game. Because we'll finish it, and then they'll have post-project depression. If I'm not that person who hates Tim Schafer, who am I? Excellent. Thank you. Panya's last stand-up for sure.
Yeah,
Panya.
for sure. I'm out this week, guys, so it's been a pleasure. But, yeah.
Wrong side, Vicky. You're next.
Yeah, nice try,
There you
Victor.
go.
Almost.
All right, we'll miss you, Panya. Victor.
Yeah.
I'll miss you, Panya.
Always shipping games is always tense, and then afterwards is this moment where if there's ever going to be any turnaround in the company, it usually happens at that moment because people hang on to everyone wants to finish the project they're on. That's usually a period where people come and go is in that period. Okay, everyone, thanks for coming to Dailies all those times. It's over. Next project.
That's it. Yeah.
So, sad panda, I'm leaving. What else do you want to know about it? No, I mean, the contract was supposed to come to an end anyway. The fact that it went on a month after was pretty awesome for me. Maybe they'll need me again in the future, but, you can't be certain, I guess.
Oliver is still cranking away on the final versions of it to get it out the door. And then Oliver will be moving back to Germany, sadly. I think some of you know this. We've talked about this. Oliver is the pull of the fatherland is too strong. We must go back. Oliver wants to move. He's going to keep working for us, but he's going to move to Germany. But he's going to be working on Day of the Tentacle. So you don't have to be mean to Oliver. That's the main point.
Yeah, please
Usually
don't.
when someone's leaving, we make sure everyone knows in advance so that they can be mean to them.
That's true.
So in a few weeks, I'm actually going to move back. It will be interesting to see how much German culture has changed since I moved away. They all feel like a complete foreigner for a while. Who knows? I don't really know. So all future interviews will have to be through Skype.
Gonna miss you, Oliver.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. It's gonna be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been a tough time because we haven't, it's been a while since we've given raises to people, and so there's other companies in the areas that are making a lot of money right now, and so they're able to throw that kind of money around, and that'll probably cause us to. That always happens. We lose through when like Oculus and Facebook took off. We started throwing money around. We lost some people to that. But after Broken Age comes out, we'll be able to throw money around, right? Because we'll be rich off of all those point-and-click adventure dollars. Actually, we don't expect to make a lot of money off of Broken Age because everyone bought it the first time. And but the new platforms like PS4 are going to be opening it up to new customers.
There's a lot banking on it, but not everything. I mean, we diversified to do some of those LucasArts properties like Grim Fandango and like Day of the Tentacle. So Grim Sale's really good. You know, it's like $1.7 million gross, which is good. So across all platforms for last week.
It's not kind of gross.
Yeah. And you know, it looks like those are going to bring in a lot of money for the studio. So.
And I hope there's a lot of people out there who are just waiting for the whole thing to be one game and don't care about crowdfunding and don't want to know about our little transparency efforts. They just want to play a game when it's done, and hopefully they will buy it. Please join me in welcoming Mr. James Spafford.
Yay!
James Spafford. Would you please stand up so everyone can see you? This is James, and rotate one time. No, you don't have to rotate. James, welcome to Double Fine. So James Spafford used to be one of the two people who ran Mix and Mojo, which is an old LucasArts fan site, and I knew him back then. He visited our offices in 2001, I think, and gave me some Marmite. And now I said, in 10 years, we'll hire you. 15 years? In 15 years, we'll hire you as our community manager. He's not the new Chris Remo. He'll never be the new Chris Remo.
Yeah. He's not dead.
In other news, Chris Remo's dead. No.
I mean, I'm a long-time follower of Double Fine and everything they've been doing. I'm a backer, obviously, backed immediately. Followed the documentary series, which I'm now on, which is really weird.
Is he aware of everything that's happened? Did he know what he was getting?
Don't tell him about Gamergate. No, he knows. He knows. That's the exciting new challenge for him. Will be rebuilding a lot of things.
I knew what was going on. I mean, certainly lots of people were not happy about the game being split. So I feel like, yeah, that might have been the start of some troubles. But probably the start of any community troubles was the day that a Kickstarter was made and $3.5 million was raised, and a lot of people's money was riding on a thing that they had in their head, a vision that they had that this thing was going to be. And, you know, it wasn't the way some people wanted it to be. I've never wanted to give up on people who are like, you know, I'll try everything. If people are really mad, a lot of the time you can bring them round. There's always some way that you can make them happy again. Yeah, it's just finding out what that is.
It's good timing because as we're wrapping up the game, we're coming out of production and getting back into all the community-facing stuff, like getting out the last of the backer rewards. Like we still have a lot of these little mini portraits that Bagel has to paint. So like it's coming to that point where we're kind of closing the loop on the story, big story, and so we'll be facing the backers a lot, and it's good to have a community manager for that. Okay, so are we just talking about the launch plans for the game as far as PR and marketing?
Yes.
What's your marketing budget on the game?
0.
Okay.
One of the big things I want to talk about is how we talk about Act 2 and how we properly do this, like how we bring this thing out.
How do we talk about Act 2?
Biggest thing, right.
I know, just like what's it called?
Well, no, as in, how are you going to get people to think about it? You want people to think about it as a whole game or as episode 2?
Yeah.
Like now that it's done, I would like it to be just Broken Age, as if we never split it at all.
So yeah, I think that the hope was like a year from now, the story would be more about just the game as it is, not that it was split or anything.
But when it was released, people did reviews of it and stuff, right? They treated it like it was its own thing. Yeah. So I wonder how persuadable people will be to just forget that and move on.
But I still think we probably have to speak to the people who did already buy it.
Yeah, because there's a worry that I do have that people are like, when's Act 2 coming out? And if they don't see that announcement, Act 2 is out.
Yeah.
Like the answer to that question, they might miss the fact that it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think we still need to be saying that, like, for people who purchased Act 1, they're getting the full game now updated with Act 2 content.
Yeah.
But
The PS4 and iOS is definitely a really good chance to just talk about the whole game.
So we've been trying to get people to play the PS4 version, which is a new platform and doesn't have that distinction. Like, it's just one game on that platform. So the more people we can get to look at that and talk about that, the more hopeful we are that that can be a thing.
not speaking to just like what's going to happen in Act 2, but because that's how we've all been thinking about it for a long time. But speaking of like, what is this game?
Looking at the full picture now it's done.
Other than that, we're just trying to, beg, borrow, and steal every bit of coverage we can.
We were able to get a European press tour on $0.
Well,
That's good.
we're not paying anything for that.
We were paying for 3 days of a B&B, but they're paying for all of our flights and our B&B while we're there. So, I think it's all pretty set now. So flights and hotels and everything is in there. There'll be, basically we get to UK first for the first weekend, and then the Monday after that we're doing like a bunch of press at Media Molecule. And we'll have Eurogamer, Edge, and The Guardian all that day in their offices. And then, we have the talk in Viborg with Peter and Ray.
We should pick a day for having press around as well, and then we can start organizing that.
So what do you think so far, Marty?
I think it's awesome.
Give us your faux review now.
Just verbatim, and then you guys can write it down.
We need to know the score before we decide whether you're leaving the room.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just a
that's
common...
happened. That's happened before with other publishers. So.
Really? They're like...
Oh, God.
I think it's mostly like you can do an exclusive, but what's the score? It's like, well, we're probably not going to do that then. Everyone always says like, oh, this is going to be the adventure game that gets people to play adventure games who haven't played adventure games. Like, is that bullshit to you? Like, is that necessary? Like, do you think adventure games need that, or do you think it's?
I've always been interested in it because it always seemed like with adventure games we were trying to get beyond the limited audience of people currently playing games. Not that they're limited, but there was back in the 90s a small group of the pulp culture at large that was playing games at all, and it seemed like there are all these people who weren't playing games, and they're like, hey, I think you would like a game that was about story, where you didn't have to worry about getting shot in the head, and like you could play at your own pace, and it involved themes that weren't being covered in games, So we always, we'd always be, people would tell us like, this is the only game that my girlfriend will play with me. And that was always the story. And we're like, there's all these people out there who, why aren't they playing games? And I think this is the game they would like. But it's always been hard to reach those people and make them feel like they would like, they think of themselves as someone who would not play video games. So it's hard to get past that identity problem almost.
Totally.
So I do think about it, but I don't think it's necessary. Like, I think it's good enough to make a game that people, and that's what this Kickstarter is all about. Like, there are these people who said, we like adventure games just the way they are, and they don't need to completely revolutionize with how they interact. They don't need to be a different genre. We like the old adventure games, and we want to play another one. And knowing they were out there and we were making the game for them is what made it special this time around.
Mm-hmm. There's always been like conversation coming up here and there about how we're going to get backers the codes, or if we're going to get them early access to the game or anything like that. And I feel like it's never been like fully talked about and decided upon.
I wanted to give it just the day before, the 24 hours before.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's possible without too much mess, then I think people will really appreciate it.
And in fact, we've set the embargo for press for the same time as the backers getting their keys, so that everyone's getting their thing at the same time.
Because the embargo thing was such an issue last time.
I think there's all kinds of emotions about that.
Tim, did you hear that?
What?
Digital Trends posted an article, Why We're Breaking the Broken Age Embargo.
Tell him maybe he didn't agree to anything, but he knows he's being a shit.
I was looking at all of our news broadcasts, and basically all the exposure went out when the backers got it, like 2 weeks ago.
I think that whole situation probably should have been done a bit differently.
I think we learned a lot from that by the sounds of things, or at least I hope so. And I've certainly watched that episode and thought, okay, we need to not do that. Yeah, so today is Friday. On Sunday night, we're gonna send out backer keys to people, which is pretty exciting. 24 hours later, the game will unlock on Steam and be pushed out around the world onto however many millions of platforms that we're doing. So by Tuesday morning, when we all come into the office, the game will be out, everyone will be playing, no one will have any problems, everything will be fine, and everyone will be having a good time. That's the gist of it.
Flawless.
What could go wrong, right?
Yeah, don't say that.
It's all going to be perfect.
It will not be perfect.
All right. Let's put out the Kickstarter update.
Let's do it.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about the delay. Still so interesting. Melina just magically appears there. Hello, Melina. Nice to have you here. Awesome. Okay. Hi, everybody. Today I've been very preoccupied because Broken Age is in the hands of our backers and people are playing it, which is amazing. Yes.
Do you want to look at the forum right now?
Okay. Let's go to the forum, shall we? Spoiler, need hint urgently. Take that, right? Where's the general? Let's talk about how much we love the game thread. Let's see. Discussion and feedback. I finished this morning. What an incredible game. That's all I'm going to read. That's it. Everything about Act 2 has improved the game dramatically. The puzzles are a lot more detailed. Required me to pull out a notepad. Yay! That's nice. I'm glad they're excited. I get excited when I pull out a notepad. I liked Act 1, but it was a little linear. Act 2 was perfect. And to Tim and everyone at Double Fine, I really appreciate you and what you've done so much. That's nice. Yeah, the game is out. I mean, it really comes out tomorrow or midnight tonight. But it's out. The review embargo is lifted. We got a 9.2 from Game Informer, and it should be good for official launch day tomorrow, where it'll be out on all platforms and everywhere. So now we just sit around and read reviews and pretend we don't care about them. That's the regular thing. You kind of sit there like all night just waiting for them to come in. You see one, you're like, oh, that was awesome. I'm gonna read one more. Oh, that was bad. I'm not gonna read him. Oh, that one was nice. And then it all evens out. I just was reading like 2 different reviews. One talking about being too hard, and one being it's too easy. And that just seems to be the way with those games. They're just like people react strongly and very subjectively, and I don't know. It's like I feel like it takes years almost for people to really decide how they feel about these games. So 10 years from now, we'll find out if it was any good.
Seems a bit strange that there's review scores for Act 1, Act 2,
and the whole thing.
Version.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Never split your game in half.
By the way, there's a lot of people talking about it, so that's good. And tomorrow we're partying. I think I sent an invite out to everybody. So Bar Crawl, I think we're just starting at Victory Hall because it's close and we can walk there, and then we're gonna go.
And then the hardcore.
Chinatown.
People who care about history and want to relive history through the bars of Chinatown and beyond.
So tonight at 9 our time, midnight Eastern, is when all the other platforms will go up.
Okay, so we've got Ouya lined up. I guess we just need to press that button.
The button. Spaff figured out some way to wire this weird dive kick button to launching the game. Cheers.
Well, cheers, you guys.
It's okay. We're toasting the 4-minute countdown to pressing the blue button. Do you want the blue pill or the yellow pill?
Oh my god, everything explodes.
Yeah.
The game gets deleted, obliterated from the service, so don't press the yellow button.
All the money is refunded.
The code gets unwritten, the art unmade.
Yep. What are we gonna do for 4 minutes, you guys? We could read Twitter for a bit.
People reviews have been really good.
Yeah.
Just like the way they describe the puzzles and the writing, it makes it feel like people actually really got it, which is nice.
You should get ready because we're about to go into.
Do it, you guys.
You should.
Okay, Greg. It's hovering over the button.
You do this one.
I do this one? This is Steam. This is the big one.
I know. You do this one.
All right.
Press the OK button.
All right, here it goes. It's live on Steam.
Yay.
Oh my god.
All
Okay.
right, next one. Okay, here's iOS.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
All right, come Spaff, you do the OS X App Store.
Release this version.
Release. I do Ouya.
Yep, there you go. You're in that one.
Ouya's live.
Waiting. Yep.
Okay.
This is Google Play.
Okay, wait, is this the last one?
Yeah.
Let's all do this one.
Okay, ready?
Final build. 1, 2, 3, go.
But yes, this is my last, I guess, full day in the office, one could say. Not that I'm actually going to do any work, but today is Broken Age launch day, officially. So lots of parties lined up. I'm just going to pretend they're all for me, for my leaving parties. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. What is that?
Play it safe.
Oh, because we don't actually need this anymore. That's true. I guess I don't need to talk about it. Exactly.
We just put out the new trailer, so we're trying to like spread those around. I did see that. So Elijah just tweeted like 30 minutes ago about the game. Right there, see, boom. Yay, Elijah. Like you see right now, we're at like 25 or so on the list. And then the hope is that that'll start going up. So by a couple things. One is we can check and see now if it's getting featured. Okay, so there it is. Yay. So this showed up. So this will help, especially since it's on sale. That's always nice on Steam. People see that sale number. We do get daily Android and iOS sales. PS4 probably won't give us any kind of inclination for like a week or so, maybe.
They're the most interesting
maybe a
ones,
month.
I think.
Yeah, that'll be interesting because it's new. Brand new sales, and it's reviewing well there and everything. So I think we'll have a better idea in like a couple weeks across all platforms, but we'll at least have an inkling of what to expect from the ones that we can see soon. It's just those are the ones that we've already been out and being sold on for a while now, so it's hard to say. That's it. Congrats.
Yeah.
You're so excited.
Yeah.
Press 1 to send a voicemail.
Yeah, just wait so we can begin.
I don't know why did they go there.
Home screen.
Oh man.
Okay, all you'll do is
You have to press the
say
green button
green
first.
and then okay.
Green
You
and
press
then okay.
send to accept the call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an
Not
old
the
phone.
menu.
Old
This
This
school
is a really
phone.
old phone, yeah. It's a burner we got.
Yeah.
Is this what drug dealers use?
Yes, it's a drug dealer.
Oh, I got a voicemail. Yeah, great.
Home screen.
Okay, don't
I love
listen
that
to
it
the voicemail.
announces.
All right, can we start?
Hint line. We're talking about doing a hint line.
Yeah.
Getting a burner phone and just making it a number that people can call for hints.
Let's say action.
Maybe talking to me. Probably just be people, angry people, calling to chew me out about Space Base. Here's a hint. Go buy someone else's games. Hi, and welcome to the Double Fine hint line, which we have had for a long time, but no one's ever called. It's weird. But we're answering calls today for Broken Age, because today is the launch of Broken Age. Oh, got a call. Hold on, everybody. Hello, Double Fine hint line. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. Is this Tim?
This is Tim. How are you doing?
Oh my God. Hello. My name is Steve Kaufman, and I just want to say you are the greatest developers in history, basically.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say. Oh, that's lovely.
Wow.
I was really happy as a backer to see it all come together.
Oh, thanks for backing.
Love it. Yeah, and I actually have a legit, I need a legit tip. as
Okay,
well.
all right. That's why we're here.
Wow, this is really working.
There's a lot of people that
Well,
need
Double
hints.
Fine hint line. Can I help you?
Maybe some asshole would call in and just say really mean things to us live on the stream. But it was like the opposite. It's just like it completely blew our expectations in the similar way that seeing the game get funded did on that first day. It made you feel like the world is a much better place than you thought it was.
What a lovely fellow.
See, some are spoiler
Lovely
free.
fellow. That was
Yeah.
spoiler free.
There we go.
Spoilers, our backers are great.
This is Avery Bolowski from Israel calling, actually.
You're
Oh,
calling
wow,
from Israel?
Holy crap.
What time is it there? Isn't it super like that?
Shalom.
It's like 1:30 in the morning.
Shalom. Hello, Double Fine hint line. Can I help you? Double Fine Hitline, can I help you?
Blown up.
Hello, Double Fine Hitline, can I help you?
Oh, shit. Hi.
Language.
Yeah, it was a really pleasant surprise, like just how lovely everyone was and like how fun that whole day was really amazing.
That's it. We're done.
Yay. That was a great last call.
Well, we might turn the phone back on later.
Yes.
So you never know.
While we're hanging out.
Just when we're having our later.
All right, let's get this good time over with. Nothing seems to happen until I stand up, get everyone's attention, and then say thank you to everybody. I've made so many toasts. Peter McConnell's here, everybody. Peter McConnell, nice to see you. Thank you for all the excellent music in the game.
Thank you.
When you've worked on something for a good long time, over 2 years, 2.5 for me, 3 I think for the team at large. It's hard not to be, a little misty-eyed about it. It's like getting to the end of the game when you play the game, where you have to say, oh well, these characters have become my friends, and now I have to say, goodbye to the story and goodbye to the characters. And so there's a certain amount of sadness, I guess, and certainly, there's a little relief. It's always nice to be to say, well, finally, but there's also that, it's like it's an era, a really big project like that you love, like a child, and letting it go out into the world is an emotional moment.
Call me if you need any hints. If you need any hints, give me a call. All right. Now then. That's what you get for being cute.
Oliver, safe travels and best of luck for the future. And everybody else, stay awesome, stay strong, and find joy in the things that you do. Bye.
Bye. Aww.
Broken Age got released.
Yes!
Cool. I'm so happy for all of you. Congratulations. You finished this work of art and now everybody can see and play it, and it's wonderful. It's hard. Struggles, problems, and obstacles. Ups and downs are a normal part of the whole project, and you should embrace that. It's part of it. Broken Age is made out of the ups and downs. I'm really emotional right now. I wish I could hug you for real right now and hope I see you again soon in the future. And let's make more games, let's show the world how the sausage gets made. And yeah, I love you guys. And yeah, we'll talk in person. So let's not like this.
Let's not let this get weird. I mean, crowdfunding was so great and is so great in a lot of ways. Like it's the relationship you have with the community and the nature of the money is so perfect for what you want to do something creative and community focused, without worrying about ties to people who might try to influence your game because they gave you money. It's weird because it just happened to time out. It happened to coincide with a weird phase of the internet where everyone's super angry all the time, and it just it was hard to be that open and transparent and give everybody. It's like we opened up a little tray of, bludgeon instruments so that for people could beat us up with, and then people picked them up and just beat us up with them. And that was an interesting experiment. We probably should have given all those weapons to all the people who were mad. But if that had not erupted at that moment, maybe I would have thought, because at the beginning, the transparency was nothing but hugs and high fives all around. Everybody at our PAX meetups, that was our community experience. Everyone just telling us how much they were excited about the game and how much they loved us and everything. And then when we announced the change in the schedule, just all that people just, it seemed like there was a big crowd of people just ready to just get really super mad. And if you Google like Broken Age, Broken Promises on the internet, which I do every night, if you Google that, you'll see all these angry articles, not just from like random people on Twitter, but like these journalists who are like, they really let everybody down with this and they should really be sorry. And here we are at the end and we're shipping the game and it took a long time, but it's everything we said we were gonna do. And I want to mail all those people individually and be like, it's time for you to apologize about that article. But I don't think they feel like they were wrong. I think they feel like that we still really messed up. But I don't. I feel like, isn't it great to know I've learned nothing? But I feel like, I feel like officially, that I feel like I just need to make an official announcement that I don't apologize for anything because I feel really good about it. And if we had shipped one day earlier, the game would have been one day buggier. And if we had shipped the game that the original 3.3 million paid for, it would have been small. And I like the game that were made instead. And we put a lot of our own money into it. And I think I'm really, really happy. This is the game. This is what the game kind of said that it wanted to be, about this size. And we did a really good version of it. And so I don't apologize for anything.
He makes me laugh. And that's why it's going to game.
Game! That's awesome. Even though you like basketball.
We all have our faults.
That's awesome. Well, yes. Well, that's awesome. Now, congratulations. Gabe, no speech?
No.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. We have boxes of Broken Age, actual boxes of Broken Age, and we have enough for everyone here to get one.
Under our seat.
What? Look under your seat, and that'll give me time to open this box.
Now that this is wrapping up, like, how do you feel about the whole experience?
I wish I really knew right now, if I could say 100%, what I learned from all that. Because some of it's still, you know, too soon. Like, because there's part of me that's like, I just want to not tell anybody about what we're working on right now. Like, I feel it's kind of like so exposed that I just want to have some secrets for a little while, just as a kind of break from that. I had a pleasant trip down memory lane making an adventure game, but I remembered how hard they are to make. And I don't think my next game will be an adventure game. I wouldn't say I'd never make one again. But in the end, I really think the team put together a beautiful game, and that's what I'm most happy with. Okay. Now this is gonna be awkward in case this came out wrong.
Well, it did.
That's a different game. What? Oh, it looks beautiful. Okay, wait. I don't want to. The design of this is supposed to have Vela on the bottom because her hair is touching the logo. Not that I'm going to complain because it's really awesome. Okay. I just have to demonstrate before you leave. This is fantastic. Let's see if it works. I've never tested this before. God. No, it doesn't work. God. No. Let's see. How does it actually? Okay, get rid of this. And that, see? And then, oh. I want everyone to do that when you get your copy and fix it, okay? And it's kind of funny, we did Kickstart this thing and now it's actually a box in my hand. Well, that pretty much ends this documentary. And scene. I really hoped when it came out, people would forget about how it was funded and just kind of talk about the game. But it seemed like every review had to talk about the development story, and so that was part of the lore for a long time still. So I hope 5 years from now, people talk about adventure games, they can look at it as just an adventure game. And so I think it'll be remembered well, and people can just kind of get over the crowdfunding part of it.
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure how this whole thing is going to be looked at in the end. I guess like everyone has hopes for like a game when it comes out, and I had certain hopes that maybe were not fulfilled necessarily, and it has more to do with just like I really hoped people would love the game, and it's not to say that they didn't, but I kind of just I think there was a lot of controversy surrounding the game and the company that I wish hadn't been there. Like I just wish it was, I don't know.
It was a long, hard road, and it was very public, and I feel like there are a lot of things that changed. And they weren't necessarily just because of Broken Age and its visibility. I think the company is a different company now than it was 3 years ago, and I'm trying to still figure out why. I don't know, are we just older?
Do you have any expectation of Broken Age's performance?
I don't know.
And then talking about sales about Broken Age. So sales on Steam, we had a feature spot. It acted more like an update than like a new push. However, we got a feature on Apple, which is doing really well, about $25,000 a day. And then we also have sales for Sony. PS4, we had like $100,000 worth of sales over the weekend, and it just got featured, so that's cool.
My expectation for Broken Age in the end would just be to break even. And that was kind of always like a Kickstarter, like you plan on it, like the risk is gone of losing money on it, so you know you've broken even if you just make the game to that amount of money. But we made it like twice as much almost as we got in, or more. And so we will just about make that back. And the biggest change is that we don't need the publishers anymore 100%. You know, it used to be like there was no money in the world outside of publishers. And I think crowdfunding is here to stay. I think it's hopefully going to grow. And in my dream world, it would be big enough to fund AAA games. And it would be the way that we fund all games going forward. So now when we're talking to a publisher, the deals are better. We're asking for less money, but we're also not entirely dependent on them to make payroll next week. We're not like, please, we just sign this. We'll sign anything. We just got to make payroll. It's like, okay, you get to kick us in the teeth at once a month and all this stuff. And now you only have to take good deals with people we like. So we still work with publishers, but it's different because we're 100% in control.
Yeah, we're not rolling in millions of dollars. I don't know if that would necessarily make us happier, though.
You guys are the best. Thank you for all your lovely audio, and thanks for your beard.
It's kind of a milestone. I think there's a few things in general around gaming that Broken Age like really kind of did a push towards a new area, and I like that. There was a whole bunch of stuff like we could have done differently, and like we definitely fell down in some areas, but like, so what? Like that's how you go forward. Like if you never fail, then you just aren't learning anything. You're just being boring, really.
I think it was a huge success. Without this project, who knows, maybe Kickstarter would have never been the prime platform for, you know, crowdfunded games. I think it made it possible for a lot of other people to work on their dream projects. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So overall, you know, I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. And you know, the other day I went to just a random technology store here in Germany, and we just walked by this little thing. So it's just kind of to see this physical manifestation of all the work that, you know, went into this game is like super awesome.
Hey, good job. Oh, I forgot to mention it has a soundtrack in there.
I mean, I guess we did accomplish what we wanted to, which was to do this game, and we did that, and we finished it. I think what we did do that I think was the most beneficial to everybody was that we kind of cracked things open and we let people look inside of how things work. And this maybe will help them to see how things, how difficult it is, and how we're kind of lucky that anything even comes out. Like that any video games actually get finished is kind of a miracle. And so that's good. I hope that helps. I hope that helps people who are fans of video games and like playing video games. Just helps them understand and have a little bit of empathy towards those of us who are in this industry. You know, we're lucky to be in it, and I'm grateful to be in it, but it's not always easy, and I'm glad that we were able to show that to people in an honest way. So it's kind of neat. I mean, if Double Fine's not around in 10 years, let's just say it'll always be like it's out there now forever, right? Once it's on the internet, it'll always be there, and so Double Fine will always be around.
I think it was very positive. I think there was a lot of stuff that we really did contribute to the games industry, and there's a lot of stuff that we sidestepped and like misstepped, and we're trying to learn from that too. So considering all that, going back and playing the actual game, I actually think we did really solid work, and I actually think it's a really good game. I haven't really seen many reactions that are just blasé. Like it's usually a strong reaction one way or the other. And to me, in any art form, that's great. Like that means that it's provoking something. And I think that's what this is about. If like we did 3 years of work and there was all this trials and tribulations, and at the end somebody just went, meh, like that would be crushing. But it hasn't been like that. It's been the opposite. Like it's either really, really good or really, really awful, or, you know, very, very vocal, no matter what. Great. Then we did our job.